Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Rabbi.
This is Parshas Chukat. It's explained that three different types of mitzvahs. There's Eidus, Chukim, and Mishpatim. Eidus means testimonials. Chukim means decrees. Mishpatim are laws that have, there's an understanding, there's an explanation, there's a reason, there's a rhyme and a reason for it. So basically the first one is Eidus, are testimonials. For example, all the holidays. We celebrate the holiday based on a historic story, and this is like a testimony to what happened. That's certain type of mitzvahs we have like that. Then we have mitzvahs that make sense. Don't steal, don't murder. There's certain things you gotta keep the peace, and you gotta do things in a normal fashion. And then you have certain commandments that we do not know the reason. There is no understanding. Even the reasons that we get to is you're just scratching the surface. You really don't know. So I saw written somewhere, very interesting explanation. That sometimes if you learn by a teacher, by a real teacher, a master, and he explains to you everything, and you understand it, then he explains it to you, and then he teaches you something, and you just don't get it. It doesn't make sense. And you don't know how to process it. Then you say to yourself, listen, I'm learning with this guy for 40 years. Everything he told me made sense. So even though I do not understand it, I'm going to rely on his wisdom. I know that whatever he tells me actually makes sense. I just don't get it. I don't understand the rhyme and the reason. But it makes sense that there are certain things that I will not understand. I will not grasp. I'm not on the level of my teacher. So therefore, I'm going to accept it as is. This is doing something still with a reason. There's still a reason. The reason is that I don't understand. The reason is I can't understand. The reason is that I know that everything he says is right. And therefore, I'm going to put myself on the side, and I'm going to do it. But that's not really putting yourself on the side, because there is a justification why you're doing it. The real level of doing it is doing it, I do not understand, it doesn't make sense, but I'm going to do it because that's what he told me to do. So Chukim has that rhyme and the reason. A lot of times a person goes through a challenge in life, and you don't understand it, and it makes absolute no sense, and you have questions, and you're punching the wall. This is, in a sense, a level of chukim. This is what the Eibishter wants. This is where I'm holding. This is what I have to deal with. This is the challenges that life are bringing me. This is the situation that we're dealing with in the world for now, for whatever reason. The first thing is, he has to be able to accept the Ratzon Hashem. Hopefully it will change, but right now you have to be able to accept it and to be able to work with it and to deal with it and to understand that this is under the category of chukim. There are certain things that you have to do chukim. There are even stories of the Rebbe that he would tell people to do things and it didn't make any sense. And he could have told them how it's going to make sense, but he didn't tell them. And that was part of the Kabbalah soul. That was part of the way of being a vessel to that miracle that was coming. So every one of us in our lives, there are certain things that make sense, certain things that don't make sense. If this is what Hashem tells us, this is what it says in the Torah, we have to jump on it. We have to do it. And Hashem should help. We should come to the time of Mashiach that says even the chukim, even the Parah Aduma, that nobody understood it besides Moshe Rabbeinu. Even Shlomo Melech said, it's far away from me. When Mashiach comes, every single Jew is going to know the answer. You're going to know it. You're going to connect with it. May it be so. B'karav mamish. Amen.